Welcome back to Walking Atlanta. I am your host, November, and I am here with Geechee Boi, the father, the husband, the poet, the writer, the mentor. How you doing today, bro?
I'm blessed, man. I'm real good, bro. I appreciate you brothers for having me, on y'all platform, man.
We appreciate you making the time.
Yes, sir.
Most definitely. So let's start from square one. How long have you been in Atlanta?
Going on a year, some change right now. I'm still trying to get my feet wet. But it's a change from where I'm from, where I've moved to. It's a change.
Where's that? Where'd you move from?
So Newport News, Virginia. For those that don't know, we call it Bad News. Home of Michael Vick and Allen Iverson. I had to put that in there.
Okay.
But I moved to Florida. Ended up getting married. Stayed in South Florida for a little bit.
Congratulations.
I appreciate that. And me and the wife wanted to change. And she got tired of the hot weather. So she wanted something with like 4 seasons. And here we are.
Well, welcome.
You know what I mean?
Welcome.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do?
Well, write poetry, mentor, writer. Been in the mental health field about 17 years. I started when I was like 28.
Oh, wow.
28 in the field. Just to give you a background on how that started, I had 1 foot outside and 1 foot kind of working like warehouse work. And my mom worked at a facility, and she was like, "Son, won't you try to apply for this mental health place that work with the youth?" And I'm like, "I don't know if I could do that. I don't have a degree."
Mm-hmm.
She said, just try it anyway. So I applied. I got hired for like transportation. And moving forward, I was outside one day with my man Frank, and we was at one of the 15 passenger vans, and a unit manager came over and said, "Hey, you guys want to apply to be a mental health counselor?" And we was like, "Man, nah, we ain't got no degree. Don't worry about it. I'm doing the interviews. Just come." We went to the interview, got hired, and that's how I started my career.
Wow.
Yeah, so God opened that door for me, and it gave me a way out of the streets too, because I was still kind of.
And that's what that meant, right? Outside.
I was
1 foot outside.
Absolutely. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So that's how the journey started from there.
What do you think kept you kind of like 1 foot out, 1 foot in?
My environment. I grew up where fast money, fast girls, fast cars, just a different type of atmosphere, getting money. And growing up, you think that that's the route you're supposed to take. But after you lose friends to the system and the grave, you're like, this is a lie. This ain't real.
Yeah.
And I took what I went through and I gave my experience to the youth and let them know, I understand. You call it the trap house, we call it the crack house. Mm-hmm. Everything that you've been through, I've been there and done that. You know what I mean? And it's a lie. There's no successful dope boy, drug dealer, hustler, criminal, period. You know what I mean? Because it's either jail or hell. That's the only 2 choices you got. So growing up, seeing a lot of my friends, some deteriorate off drugs that they were selling or even getting murdered.
What are you saying? Like they were taking their own drugs?
When you're selling a product, after a while, you get used to being around it. And let me try that. I need something to keep me up because I'm up here hustling all night. And I've seen some, deteriorate off the same product that they were selling to.
I kind of noticed this transition from like when I was a kid listening to dope boy music and to now is very different. Like you hear a lot of the artists talk about how they're taking the pills.
Absolutely.
And like back in we wasn't doing it.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like we don't do the lines. We don't do the, what I'm saying? We sell it.
Yeah, right.
But in this culture, it's way different. I know a lot of people that do cocaine or do these drugs that I would never touch, but
Facts.
Because I know we sell that, we don't do that. But it's just a different culture now.
That was the golden rule, but things have changed, and we gotta try to maneuver in a different way to get the youth to understand that you only got one life. And you got to, use it to the best of your ability, but don't throw it away off just 15 minutes of fame in the streets. That's all you get. At the light, there's no more lights. There's no more camera. There's no more action. Because, when you outside, you performing for people.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got to put this mask on because if I go around the lion, tigers, and bears, I got to be one of them too.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Not knowing they performing as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because everybody don't want to get ate.
Yeah.
Only the weak get ate.
People don't notice that other people are around them performing.
Absolutely.
What was the defining moment in your life when you realized that the streets weren't real, or like what incident happened for you?
I was married before, this marriage, right? I got married when I was 28, my first marriage, and I had my son. And back then, trying to show my age, you was rocking them CDs. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I had borrowed a CD from my man. My son probably was like 2 or 3, and I had to go give him the CD back that I borrowed. And my man was outside. That's my ace or whatever. But I kind of fell back a little bit, just a little bit. But when I walked in the crib, he had a lot of things going on,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the first time I got nervous. I had my son with me. I was like, "This ain't it." Because if them boys come in here right now, I'm gone. My son don't have a father. I knew right then and there I gotta fall back. This ain't it.
Mm-hmm.
And that right there kind of changed my whole perspective. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a love you, but I'm gonna love you from over here because I really can't be involved in this because this gift right here, I can't have nobody take that away from me. And that was my son. So I knew right then and there I had to fall back for real, for real.
That's real.
Yeah. Because before then, when we was outside doing things, I didn't get scared. It is what it is. Yours is yours, mine is mine. We can put over it is what it is. But it's like when you got something precious as that don't know about none of that, and I'm your guardian. You know what I mean? I can't have nobody take me away from you. You know what I mean? So I didn't want the system raising my son or another man raising my son. So I had to push
had
back.
to fall back.
Yeah.
So when you first started working with the youth, was that was in Virginia?
It was in Virginia. So when I first started, like I said, a unit manager came over, gave us the interview. God blessed us. We got the job. And then when I went in there, it was natural because a lot of these youth were from the streets. We got a lot from Richmond, some from B-More, a lot from DC, and a lot from the 757 area where I'm from. And a lot of these kids didn't have fathers, but the streets were their father.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They didn't even know how to tie shoes. Didn't even know how to sit down and have proper etiquette and eat as a family, as a unit. So I understood these things. And the saying is real, recognize real. They know.
Absolutely.
They know who's there for a paycheck. I mean, you got to get paid for what you're doing, but they know who cares. They know who been through some kind of struggles as them. It's okay. I can go talk to Mr. Dix. I can go talk to him. We use last names, whatever. But I can go talk to him, and I know he gonna give me something that I can take and use. And like I said, some made it, and some didn't through my journey.
Was there ever one that stood out to you that?
Yeah. A DC kid, he was getting discharged, and I was like, okay, what's your game plan? I don't got a game plan. I'm just ready to, I'm ready to go home. Because it was a residential setting. So they were there from 6 months to a year. In the unit that I worked on, it was the discharge unit where they were ready to get discharged maybe in a couple months or whatever. So, he was like, yeah, I'm ready to go. Okay, well, you did what you had to do, but what's your game plan? You go to college, school? I don't know. I'm just ready to go, In DC, a city. So they ready to get back out in the city and do their thing. So I was one of the staff that dropped many of them off, but he was the last one. And I said, all right, bro, do what you got to do, man. Like, I'm proud of you, but you got to have a game plan. Dapped him up, gave him a hug, went to work the next day. We got a phone call. And man, Rico got shot 7 times in the face.
Wow.
Man, I had to go into the nurse's station and cry because we have 12 young youth on our unit. and come back on the floor like nothing happened. I just dapped him up.
Yeah.
I dropped him off. And I used to tell the youth, whatever problems that you left is waiting for you when you go home. You have to have a plan. So whatever problems that he had, it caught up with him. So it's one of those things where like you live with that. You know, I live with that for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? I mean that one right there, that's the one that hurts the most because I gave you some love and encouragement, and you know, you looked at me like a big brother or uncle, but to go home and get murdered like that, whatever that was personal. So
Yeah.
you have to have a game plan when you get ready to transition back into society. Some do, but some don't want it. Some just want to go back to what they were doing.
Mm.
So, but that one right there, that hurt the most.
Mm. How does well before you because I was about to jump into something else, but man, I kind of want to sit with that. That's hard. That's hard to do. What do you do after that? You just go on. Do you adjust how you are speaking to the next people? Do you use those kind of stories to talk to the next young men that are coming in that you speak to, or what do you do with that?
I have, not saying no names, but I have, and try to get them to understand that, you know, don't let that be you because it could be. Because at the end of the day, it ain't in writing all what you got going on when you go home. You know what you got going on at home. And it's up to you to reach out to us to see if we can navigate. You know what I mean? Maybe you can change your guardianship or something. You know what I mean? Because you don't have to go back into that environment. Maybe we can work something out through your therapist or psychologist, somebody. You know what I mean? To help you navigate and go to a safe area. You know what I mean?
So earlier I was asking you, is there an age in which you feel like a kid is either lost or not lost, or maybe can still access the right path? Through what you just told me is you have a setup where these kids have access to you to be able to do different activities, learn poetry and things like that. Are they coming in as teenagers or are they coming in like much younger than that?
I think the youngest we have now, maybe 8 years old, 7 or 8 or something like that. It could go to 21, but they don't do 21 right now. I think the cap right now, I think it's 18. But yeah, and I work with the big boys, like the 16, 17 year olds. You know what I mean? You can kind of, they're still immature and they do things to get attention, but you can still reach them a little much more than, I'm not saying you can't reach the younger ones. You have to know your niche. We got some staff that do work with the younger kids and they can reach them. That's not my niche.
Oh, okay. All right. That reframes everything. Then.
Yeah.
Because certain people do have the ability to do things better than others. So your niche is more like 16, like 15, 16, 17, something like
Absolutely.
that.
Absolutely.
Okay. Because they've experienced the real and they can obviously see like, hey, he been through it too. He
They
know what
can
he's talking
articulate
about.
themselves more than the younger kids. You know what I
Okay.
mean? But that's just the realm of children that I've been working with in that age, and I'm comfortable. You know what I mean?
With them being your main focus, is it because you can teach them poetry and they can articulate and understand it better?
Yeah, and I think it's just the connection that I have with that group of boys. You know what I mean? And I guess it's something about me. I don't know, because when I'm not there, they're asking, when's it coming back? I'm ready to do this poetry. I'm ready to, because they never got a chance to experience the expression of words that they had buried deep down in themselves. And one of the youth was like, he wrote a poem. I was like, man, that's good. That's my first poem I ever wrote. I said, man, you're a natural. Now every day he's ready. Well, what's the word for the day? Ownership, being honorable. Okay, I got my poem ready. They're ready to express themselves. And that helps them, when they have to go speak to their therapist. Now they can open up more. You know what I mean? Mr. So-and-so, he's teaching us how to write poetry. You got one, I don't know how to write poetry. Damn that. Okay, let me show you.
Yep.
Now you're more calmer. Now you're reading it in front of the class. How do you feel about that? I was a little nervous, but I did it. Okay, now you're learning how to talk in front of people that you don't know. It's just teaching them different things, and we're teaching the young men how to be adults than men. That's our goal. Some don't know how to tie a tie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some
Yeah.
some some never ate like in a family setting because they've been in the system since they was 8 years old, and they're 15, 16. Some act out. What you about? Oh, I'm about to get. I'm about to go. I got foster parents. They adopted me. But you wilding out. Yeah, I know. I usually try to sabotage it before I go because I'm scared. But let me give you food for thought. Let me give you something to help you transition. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teach him. Because a lot of kids don't know that they still kids and that they still need to learn.
Absolutely.
I noticed it was a guy on Instagram. He was teaching people how to open the door or how to pull out chairs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, it dawned on me that a lot of things that I'll be looking around and like, why they don't just do this? Why they don't just do that? You complaining, but they don't know how to do these things.
No.
They weren't taught. Like a lot of things, I think we were growing up, probably we saw somebody doing something. We learned it that way. But it's not a lot of people doing the average, opening a door, talking to somebody else with respect, just teaching people how to communicate in a public setting. It's a lot of on the phone right now, a lot of communication that way. So you don't really get to see live conversations happen. I think that's why podcasting is such a big thing right now, because you get to actually see people have long form conversations, and it's not so quick. You can actually digest material.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just wanted to dive off into that. But one point I wanted to make is that when growing up, going to church myself, I would often see a pastor or a preacher, get up there and speak, and I wouldn't feel anything because I just couldn't relate to this particular person.
Right.
I think you might have that for the kids to where they can relate to you in a way that they can't relate to anybody else because of the things you've been through. I think that throughout life, and I think most people who are fairly religious will contest to this, that God will use you, put you in a certain situation, or let you live out a certain situation to its fulfillment for your usability in a whole different type of environment.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And we have situations where a young man might come in and he has all the credentials and degrees, but no experience. I don't want to talk to him.
Absolutely.
I'm from the block.
Yeah.
He can't teach me nothing. I don't have a degree. God just blessed me to go up into the ranks. I've been residential managers without a master's degree. You're supposed to have a master's degree. It's just the experience that I have. What are you gonna teach me? I'm on the corner with my man, and a dude roll up and blow his brains all on my shirt. What are you gonna tell me?
Yeah.
It's a difference.
Big difference.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you just gotta stay focused, keep an open mind. And the ones that used to come in with no experience, they didn't know how to gravitate towards that.
What I did was, before this interview, I was looking different things up,
Right.
just to kind of familiarize myself with the state of things, because I feel like, as people, we have an understanding, but we don't have maybe a true numerical understanding of what the numbers, because the numbers sometimes will tell a deeper story. And when I was searching, I was looking up, how many Black kids are at-risk youth compared to like white kids. And the number it gave me was crazy. It said like, where is it? Here it is. It said 293 per 100,000 Black kids are at-risk youth compared to the 52 per 100,000 for white kids. And I did I calculated how many kids were in America, black kids were in America, and it said about 11 million. And if I did, you do the math, and you come out with 32,230 black kids are statistically at this time at risk youth. That's a lot of kids.
Yes.
That's a lot of kids, and I think it might be honestly more than that. At what point do you see as a defining moment that kind of determines if a kid is going to be at risk or is already at risk? Like, what is there a moment that you feel like, oh, let me not say at risk. Let's say this. At what point do you see a kid as being kind of lost versus still being able to kind of gain some traction and go in the right direction?
Well, the ones that don't want to hear nothing you got to say, the ones that don't want therapy, they don't want treatment, they're in and out the system, and they just don't want to hear what you have to say, and their behavior shows it. You still try to mentor them, reach them, but some don't care. They just tunnel vision. I want to go back out there, smoke, drink, gangbang. It's nothing you can tell me. Because my daddy wasn't there to tell me, so who are you to tell me? Oh, my brother doing time right now. Before I am where I'm at now, I went to work with Marietta, RYDC, Detention Center.
Okay.
Brothers in their laws. How can I mentor to them when they already got time? What you gonna tell me? I got 20 years I'm about to do. I'm 15. At 17, they come get me on my birthday. I'm going to the big house. So what you got to tell me?
That's crazy.
These are facts. And they live like animals in there. You would think like y'all 15, 16. It ain't jail, but it is jail. But y'all treating this like Rikers Island or something like that. Y'all poking something. Y'all jumping people. I don't want to hear nothing. Because you know what? I was just shooting at him. He done came in. I was just shooting at him last night. I got locked up the night before. What do you say to that? It's hard. And a lot of them look like us. Could be our little brothers, our little cousins. But they don't care. Because you got your time already? I got my time already. It's nothing. How long you got? I'm about to sit down for like 2 years. You 15 talking like that?
That blew my mind. I saw a video where these two young guys, they had to be like maybe 14, 15.
Yeah.
And they were getting arrested. And they were in the back of the police car smiling like, we about to do some time. Like, it's whatever. I'm like, and I'm thinking like, I wouldn't want to do a year. You know what I'm saying? Because I just know, like, I've had friends who've done time and they come back and they've missed so much in just maybe 1 or 2 years.
Yeah.
That, like, it's a whole different world when you come back out.
It's a whole different. I tell them like 20 seconds can give you 20 years. Just 20 seconds of a decision can give you 20 years. And it actually happened to these two youth. I ain't gonna say no names, but they were shooting at each other. Right? Over one of them defending the mama, but the mama was ratchet. And keep it a bean. She was ratchet. She should have done better with her son. But these two shooting at each other. On this side, he got his cousin shooting at the dude. Cousin ended up getting killed. He thinking on this side, he shot my cousin. Come to find out, he shot his cousin in the crossfire. He over here, he gets what? Juvenile life. They give him life for killing his cousin.
Sheesh. What is juvenile life?
Until you're 21.
Okay.
Till you're 21. But you know, when you tell them that, it's like, it's nothing. I'm gonna eat that. It's like a bowl of cereal. I'm gonna eat that. That's how
That's
their
crazy.
mentality is like that.
Yeah.
Though. But the one that got life, when he found out, because he thought they gave him 5 to 11 or something like that. When he found out, he just slid on the floor in disbelief. You 15. On your 17th birthday, they come with the shackles like slavery. Wrists to ankles. They don't even tell you. Happy birthday. Come on, it's time to go to prison. In the middle of the night, the sheriff's coming.
And they waiting for you 17 because you're trying as an adult.
Right.
Yeah.
Because when you're tried when you go through juvenile courts, you're tried as a juvenile. But if your charges get tried as in superior court, you're tried as an adult.
Yeah.
So when they get there, like, well, I'm waiting to see what my lawyer say because, hopefully I go to juvenile court. They all want to go to juvenile court.
Yeah.
Because if they know to go to superior court, you're going to prison.
Yeah.
You ain't going across the street going to jail. You about to go where the life is at, the real big boys. Yeah. And a lot of these young brothers, buck 20.
Oh, I know. They all just lightweight. They all look
lightweight, but they gun bigger than them.
Absolutely.
I carry my gun everywhere I go when I'm outside. What kind of beef y'all got going on?
Yeah.
You killing your lost uncle, your brother? What do you mean? I said through slavery they separated us. You killing your family. We family. We don't even know it, but we family, and you killing your reflection. They stop and think like, well, I'm back to the bullshit though. Get it for a minute.
That's what be blowing me because it's like you try to really have a real conversation, and it's like
and they back to it. I done seen
I'm
6 guys jump on one guy. Yeah. Why you do that? He looked at me wrong when he walked past my cell. What?
Oh, this is inside.
But
it's outside too.
Outside, but it's inside because a lot of times the brothers that get locked up, it ain't just because you got locked up, you did something. You got locked up and you came in an hour or two because you was beefing with him and he got locked up. It's always a connection. So when we have to house him, we can't house you on Alpha unit because you were shooting at him just the night before on Bravo unit. So we have to separate them. It's crazy, man. It's detention is a war zone. And it's no mentorship then. They don't want you to. Leisure time, shower time, lockdown. That's it. And I'm like, you know what? Let me go back on the other side of the fence because I can't reach them. Where I'm at now, I can reach the youth. We have programs. We have independent living. We got programs to get you in college, to get your GED, to graduate school. You know what I mean? Like, I started this thing where I say every day I'm going to give a quote of the day. Then we're going to write, I'm going to give you a word. And from that word, we're going to write poetry. So I started that with some of the youth to express themselves without cussing and without just using crazy language. They love it. Well, Mr. Dixon's coming back because, oh my God, I'm ready to write this poem. And now they're writing poetry.
I got something crazy to tell you. So I was when I was searching, I was driving when I was searching this stuff, and I accidentally said, artistic.
Yeah.
And by saying artistic, while I was asking about these statistics, it brought up an interesting find. It said, where is it at? It basically spoke about how art impacts the youth. Mm-hmm. And it says Black students have experienced 49% reduction in access to artistic access, while in school.
Absolutely.
Since the 1980s, compared to, our white counterparts. And it's just crazy because it says at-risk youth with high arts involvement have a dropout rate of just 4%, which is 5 times lower than their peers.
Wow.
But if they have access to art, like how we, I think, as Black people, do a lot of expressing is through art.
Yeah.
And I think the outlet, if we don't have that outlet, and also maybe a mentor to help us understand how we can use this outlet.
Right.
then people kind of fall to the wayside. So I can see how you giving them that access to poetry, which is probably something they probably never thought about doing at all.
Never.
I remember when I first did poetry, I didn't think about it. My teacher just wrote some words on the board and said, write a poem. Just try to make the words rhyme, but use some of these words up here. And it was a creative endeavor for the mind, and it gets you in touch with, to see how well you can utilize your intelligence.
Absolutely.
And I'm pretty sure they're probably proud to be able to do stuff like that.
Yeah, they look for that quote for the day. I one quote I said, you can't find yourself in the darkness. You got to turn on the light. Just quotes like that. They be like, I never thought about that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in darkness, man. I need to turn that light bulb on, man. You know what I mean? So giving them something to reach out into their soul and dig deep, because they're all dealing with trauma, right? And we're about trauma-based care. So it's like, okay, this is helping them heal through words and poetry, because, yeah, my dad might have raped me. And I'm scared to talk about it. But when I write this poetry, I express it more versus talking to my therapist.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? So it's just a different avenue to help them heal and express themselves. So
yeah, it's I would say that I think that the youth has been lied to on a number of occasions about a number of things, about the way the world actually works, and how things are processed. You work with both girls and boys.
Well, we have male and females there, but I just work directly with the boys.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Is there anything that you feel like we basically missed, or that we probably should touch on?
We touched on a lot. I mean, 17 years of experience. We'd probably be talking all day, all night. But we touched on some touchy topics, and hopefully this fills somebody up. This is food for thought, and hopefully people who watch this can eat off this and can grow and find a way, if their child needs some type of treatment, and find that avenue so they can get that type of treatment that they need. A lot of times people are scared to voice their opinion, not their opinion, but scared to go get their child checked out, because there's something going on up there mentally. It's some type of trauma that they just try to, put in the back burner. He just acting out because he's just acting out, but there's something going on. So hopefully this could be a voice for somebody, encouragement. If they got something going on within their household with their child, to get them checked out and make sure that their mental is all right. Because a lot of times we don't just say, how you feel today? Your mental good? You okay? There's nothing wrong with asking your child that.
Yeah.
Instead of just keeping them in a room.
Yeah.
While their door closed and you don't know what's going on. Because you know what? If you ain't keeping them company, a lot of time depression is. That's their best friend, and you'll never know it sometimes.
And I think that a lot of parents tell their kids how they feel.
Yeah.
Like, you telling somebody how they feel. How can you tell somebody how they feel? Like,
that's backwards.
Ask them.
Yeah.
I think that is powerful communication.
Yes.
And treating them like a normal person. Like, hey, how do you feel? What do you feel?
Yeah.
Just be inquisitive. So
you remember growing up, and your mom be like, how was your day at school?
Mm-hmm.
They don't do that no more. They don't care. As long as you went to school.
Yeah. They give them a tablet or something.
There you go. Get out my face.
Mm-hmm.
But did he get bullied at school? Did something happen? Did his heart get broken? Anything. We have to be more vocal, right? And dig deep within our child. Don't give them too much space to drift off, where it's hard for them to come back to reality. It's like, being lost at sea. When you drift off, sometimes it's hard for somebody to come help and find you. So.
I think today's talk was powerful, man. I honestly think that you should do more of these. Because, like you said, you want to do motivational speaking. And I can think of only 2 motivational, well, honestly 3, but my top 2 would be my top, God, I just lost my
I was saying, I cut it too. I was let them know that we're gonna do something together.
Yeah. No, I am definitely. My top two would be Les Brown and E.T.
Okay.
And both of them, I feel like their stories are why I gravitate towards them, and not just because they're black, but I can relate to their stories. And I think you got a powerful message, and I think a lot of people, a lot of young men, will be able to relate to you as a person and to your outlook, and that'll give them some balance and some understanding that they can have the same skin color as you. They can come from maybe a rough background or even some very traumatic situations, but they can turn things around. I think it's very important for us to see other people like us doing different, doing better, doing positive things. So I definitely look forward to. I think we're gonna have an event where we're gonna do something. We're working something out, I believe. So we're gonna do something in the future. But I think this was excellent talk, man. We really appreciate having you on.
Y'all, thank y'all for having me. Walking Atlanta, and let's keep walking and let's keep building, because iron sharpens iron. So let's keep building together.
That's it. Where can people find you?
You can find me on TikTok, Gullah Geechee. You can find me on Facebook as Israel Dixon. Those are the two platforms I use right now.
Could you spell Gullah Geechee for me?
Gullah, Geechee, Geechee, Gullah Geechee.
Yeah, we're gonna drop probably a link to. Yeah, man. This was amazing, bro. I appreciate you.
You already know, man.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's been another episode of Walking Atlanta. Y'all have a good day. Peace.